Do you ever worry about Britney and her well-being?
Every day.
Hey, Kevin, thanks so much for taking the time to join us, man. We're just going to jump into it right away. You said you were indecisive about putting this out there in the world. Why was now the right time to tell your story in your words?
Well, for the last 2 decades, I feel like my story's been told by everybody else. And so now finally, I just felt the need to come forward and tell my story myself.
Well, this is an unfiltered look at your life, as you said, and you said in the book that you're going to find answers. What is a misconception about your life that you're setting straight in this book?
I think just me as a person, who I actually am. There's been so many different perspectives and narratives out there. I think that, this book really gives you a well-rounded version of who I am, who I've grown to be as a husband, a father, an ex-husband, a friend. It's just, it's really good. It's something I'm really proud of.
Was there a misconception you were trying to clear up in writing this?
No, I think not really trying to clear up. I just feel like I've stayed silent for a long time and just always come out and, kept away from things that I probably could have said for the sake of my family. And through that, I think that like people have, gotten their own ideas about who I am or who they've been, the people told who I am. It's one of those things where I think by being silent, it's kind of created all kinds of things that are being answered in this book.
Yeah, you get to finally kind of say your piece. What was the hardest revelation to share?
Oh gosh, I just really what my kids have gone through all of this. That's always the toughest part for me as a father. I mean, you want to protect your kids, you want to do right by them, and sharing some of their experiences and what we've had to deal with as a family through that is really tough.
Have the boys read the book? And if so, what do they think?
So they haven't read it all the way through. They know enough of it. I mean, they've known these stories. I've been talking to them about all of this stuff through their, mid to late teenage years. So they kind of knew what was in it before I even started writing it, because I felt the need to give them a really good understanding of what life looks like for them.
Yeah, and you talk about the early days with Britney, and do you go into the initial connection y'all had?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I dive into the good, the bad, all of it. I really, I felt the need to really be transparent. I mean, when Listen In, my publisher, contacted me, that was one of the things that we kind of agreed on, that like I had to be completely transparent with this. I mean, this was something that I had to bring so much truth and really come and show the world who I am, what I've been dealing with this whole time, what my family's been going through. So, yeah, I mean, it just completely dove in on it and laid it all out there.
I like in the beginning, so much heat, Kevin. You could feel it with y'all. And you were one of the first celebrity couples to really show fans their real life. And Britney and Kevin, fans are still loving that show. Why do you think such an interest in y'all as a couple?
I mean, I don't know. The interest with her was already there, right? And I think that the way that I came into the picture was just crazy. Probably not the best way to, I mean, it was like an overnight thing. And then leaving Shar for Britney, that all came into play and just created this like monstrosity of a situation that, really kind of captivated the world.
You told a story about the night before your wedding day, and Britney called Justin Timberlake, said she had to end one chapter to start another, and you were both mature about how love grows and evolves. Looking back, you realized she never truly let go of Justin. Why do you think letting go of that relationship was difficult?
I'm not sure, like I can't answer for her personally, but it became apparent to me whenever, she came out with her book and I realized that, there's just some stuff there still, right? And you can't, that would be a question more for her. But in that moment that happened, I knew that she was madly in love with me. So, moving forward with the wedding was definitely okay, but it was a shock. It was one of those red flag moments.
You talk a lot in the book about how much work you do to care for your boys and what a big part of your life that is for you and their well-being. Do you ever worry about Britney and her well-being?
Every day. And then that's part of this, right? Is that what type of father would I be if I wasn't trying to help that situation? I do care. I do want to see good things for everybody, and hopefully, that winds up happening. I mean, I want Brittany to be around for our sons for a long, long time.
Britney talked about you in her memoir. Did you get a chance to read it? Anything in there surprise you, or was there inaccuracies?
There everybody has their own view of how things went, right? And I think that one of the main things for me was really diving in and discussing the divorce, because I do feel that, that wasn't completely accurate. I understand where she was coming from, but, from my perspective, and if you read the book, you'll clearly see the night that it all really started, to take a turn.
Has Brittany had a chance to read your memoir? Have you reached out?
No, I have no idea. I doubt it. I haven't spoken to her in years.
Oh, she's going to be reading this.
Kevin, how would you describe Kevin Federline today?
Oh, man. A very seasoned father, loving husband. I'm really just a laid back guy, right? Like I'm a passive person. I let things blow off me that, some things that probably I shouldn't. I care deeply about people in all aspects, right? Not just ones that are close to me. I care about everybody that's in my immediate family. I care about all of my exes, especially the exes that I have children with. Like, you know, I, I just I'm full of love and understanding, and I also have learned a lot through my life. I'm not a perfect person, and I really try to lead by example, and that's a big thing why I'm doing this book as well, right? Because I want to show my kids that no matter how loud the voices on the outside are, with a lot of perspective and thought, it's okay to come forward and speak your truths.
Kevin, if you could go back, would you do it all again?
Yeah, like it's hard because you sit and you're like, okay, yeah, well, maybe I changed that. Really, no, because it's what makes me who I am. It's life. Life is tough, right? It doesn't matter who you are, and that's another thing with this book is that there's so many relatable things in this book that if you took the spotlight away, I feel like there are millions of people around the world that are dealing with some of the issues that I discuss in this book. And, having lived through the things that I've lived through, gone through it, it has taught me something about myself, that I'm a really strong person, and it showed me what mattered most, right? Like no amount of fame, money matters to me at all. I don't care about none of that anymore. I don't care about Hollywood. I care about my family. I care about the things that are untouchable.
So speaking of family, last question. What are your kids up to now? What are they interested in?
Man, so my boys are into music. All three of my boys are into music. They absolutely love it. One of them's going to school for music. Another one's working on his album. My oldest daughter is all about art. I mean, they're all figuring themselves out, right? They're in their young 20s, out living their lives. None of them are here with me. They're all off, ventured off on their own, which it's pretty cool. Like I'm proud. I feel like we've we've done right by them. We've done the right thing and helped them in any way that we can. And then my two younger ones that are still here with me, I'm so thankful that, you know, all of my kids aren't gone because it's like happens in a blink of an eye, but they're, you know, my 14-year-old is a dancer, volleyball player. My 11-year-old is a volleyball player, which my wife now is in love with that. So, and I think sports are good for them at the ages they are because they're going through middle school, high school. So sports plays a factor in keeping them away from the wrong things.
Do they think you're a good dancer?
Yeah, it's so funny because, you know, it's like I'll sit there, my daughter Jordan, she's danced since she was, I mean, gosh, I don't know. I want to say like 2, 3 years old. This girl loves to perform. She always has that in her blood, right? And I would go and show her music videos that I've done. I show, you know, and she kind of has always brushed it off like, oh yeah, that's cool, but look at what I can do, or you know. And I've even offered to like teach her dance steps. I've offered to, and you know, she's more interested in learning from the actual teachers than she is coming to me and seeing what I could show her. I'm the old man.
Perfect.
And they're never cool enough for the kids.
Hey,
man.
that means you're doing it right.
Yeah, don't take
That's
that
right.
personal.
That's right.
Hey, man, I appreciate your time today, brother. Congratulations.
Man,
Good luck
thank
on
you.
everything,
Kevin.
all right?